Arts editor Jared Bowen takes us on a tour of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum's newest exhibit called Listen Here.
From its lavish masterpieces to its lush courtyard, the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum is an intensely visual place. But for the moment, the emphasis throughout the museum has turned from looking to listening. Yes, that is the mesmerizing rumble of cats purring, the work of artist Sumate Say.
The cats are incredible, but the purring really goes to the animal sounds that are so familiar, but when you actually hear it so intensely, they're wild.
Sound for Insomniacs, as the cats are called, is one of 10 sound art installations curated by Pierana Cavalchini for the museum's Listen Here exhibition.
Now, as I understand it, Listen Here in many ways started here, literally here.
Well, yes, because if you think of Gardner, Gardner had an amazing sense of how sound affected space and place. The thing about sound is that it hits you directly.
But it was actually the absence of sound in the courtyard that inspired artist Li Mingwei.
One of his first questions when he came at the beginning was to ask conservators, where are the insects? Because he saw all these plants in the courtyard, all so beautiful.
Insects aren't exactly museum-friendly, so he crafted them, filling the courtyard with what he calls small conversation.
He's actually produced the sounds himself.
You say by himself, but we're not talking about computer clicks here. His own vocal cords.
He spent, when he went back, thinking about his childhood and went back into the rainforest of Taipei, spent many nights listening to the night calls and learned to reproduce the sounds. It's kind of amazing.
Sentient Vale, a piece by artist Philip Beasley, hovers overhead, a cocoon-like collection of cells that responds to its visitors.
It's actually quite nice that it's close to the courtyard because you feel like it's this kind of science fiction plant life that is being generated, and with these really strange sounds that are primordial in some way.
Most of the artists here, like Moritz Fehr, took their cues from the museum itself. His piece Undertone was inspired by Vermeer's The Concert, one of the works stolen after an infamous heist 27 years ago. Here we hear musicians rehearse a piece of 17th century music played with instruments featured in the missing painting.
For people who might have seen it, it might be memory of something that is missing, but I'm certain that there are a lot of people coming in who haven't seen it, so I hope that it triggers the imagination of something new.
It's music to the eyes in Philip Ram's Sublimated Music, which takes 2 measures of a Debussy work and splits them into 56 speakers, each playing 1 note, and each note corresponding to 1 color.
Debussy, of course, was a 19th century musician who was living at the time of Impressionism and was also thinking about color and light. And you think about Impressionism, they sort of threw everything in the air and recomposed it.
Which sounds intriguing. Jared Bowen, WGBH News.